In today's video, we're going to be playing devil's advocate to figure out exactly what would happen if the silver stacking naysayers ended up being correct about silver being a waste of space, a waste of money, and a waste of time. And I'm also going to be going live in the VIP club tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link in the description if you want to join. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver, along with some of the most common naysayers' objections presented to us when it comes to not stacking silver and gold. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today is Wednesday, April 7th, 2021. It's 72 degrees outside. It's really warm. It's really sunny. So once again, I'm filming today's video outside. So if you hear birds chirping in the background or the occasional car driving past, it's because I'm out here. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I want to play devil's advocate in today's video because there are some people out there who really despise the idea of stacking silver or the idea of stacking gold. They have this to say about it. They have that to say about it. I have no idea why they come onto YouTube and type in silver coins or silver stacking and watch all of our videos just to try to start an argument, I guess. I have no idea. But today I wanted to somewhat take their side, play devil's advocate, come to a rational, unbiased conclusion regarding my side of the argument and their side of the argument. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering, the current spot price of silver as I'm recording the video is $25.06. Not as I'm editing, not as I'm posting, not as you're watching, as I'm filming. Head on down to the comments, let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. And gold, just in case anybody else is wondering, is $1,736.20. So today I have three different objections, really the only three objections that anybody has ever been able to come up with as to why stacking silver is such a terrible, horrible thing and is going to lead to catastrophes and it's going to be the end of the world in some of these people's minds. The first one I want to start with is when they say that silver is a waste of space. Now, the way that I've always countered this objection is by saying that silver absolutely can take up quite a bit of space. Even though the premiums are pretty hefty right now, even though spot price is significantly higher right now than it was a year or a year and a half ago, or really any time in the last 6 or 7 years, I would say, silver has been relatively low for a very long time, and then as of last year, it really started to move. So spot price is up quite a bit, premiums are up a lot, but even with those two factors being true, you can still get an unbelievable amount of silver for a very low dollar amount, especially if you were to compare the spot price of silver to, I don't know, the spot price of gold or platinum or palladium or rhodium. Silver is dirt cheap, even though the premiums are through the roof. And with that being the case, you can get a lot of silver, and it adds up over time, especially when you're stacking for a couple of years, maybe 5 to 10 years, maybe 10 to 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years. It really adds up. You can get a whole lot of silver for a very small dollar amount, and you can pretty quickly get to the point where you're running out of room for all of the silver. And what I've always said about that was you should understand that that's a very good problem to have. If you're ever in a position where you have so much money you don't even know where to put it, that's an excellent problem to have. But the way I've always countered the objection when people say, oh, it's a waste of space, is that if it ever got to the point where it was taking up too much space, and I'm not talking about 300 or 400 troy ounces of silver sitting on the table or hiding under the bed or buried in the backyard or locked up in a safe. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having so much silver that you got to dedicate an entire room of the house to it. You pack a safe, you get another safe. You pack that safe, and then you get another safe. And then you end up having to get a freaking vault. Can you imagine how much silver you will have if you consistently stack for the next 10 to 50 years? That's a lot of silver. And if it ever got to the point where you had too much silver and it was just taking up too much room, what you can very easily do, and this is something that a lot of people do all the time. This is something that I've actually never done myself, but it's something that I plan on doing in the future, preferably when the gold to silver ratio gap closes in a little bit. What I would like to do is trade some silver for some gold. If the gold to silver ratio is, let's just say, 1 to 100 like it was last year, you could take 100 troy ounces of silver and trade it for just one little troy ounce of gold. That's all you have to do. You can take 5 mint tubes full of silver eagles and trade them for one singular gold eagle. It can save an unbelievable amount of space. Now, trading 100 ounces of silver for 1 troy ounce of gold, in my opinion, is a terrible idea. In fact, there's a lot of people who did the opposite. They traded gold for silver at that point. But I just wanted to use some simple numbers. If the ratio ever goes to, I don't know, 1 to 50 or 1 to 40 or 1 to 30, you can take 50 or 40 or 30 troy ounces of silver and trade it for a troy ounce of gold, if that's what you want to do. If it's to reduce the weight, reduce the bulk, easier to hide gold than it is silver, something to consider. But I also wanted to play devil's advocate. What if silver ended up being a waste of space? What if I couldn't get my hands on gold? What if I traded all my silver for a whole bunch of gold? Rinse and repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And now it got to the point where, oh my God, now I have too much gold. What then? Playing devil's advocate here. The way I see it, the only bad thing that would come from that is that if I decided to say to myself,
hey, you know what? I'm going to do things the new American way. I'm going to drive myself to the mall. I'm going to max out all my credit cards. And I'm going to buy me a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need. Oh, wait a minute. I have an entire bedroom of the house packed with gold from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, wall to wall. Completely packed with valuable precious metals, real true honest money. Man, what a waste of space.
In that situation, I guess in a very strange way, I could see the point. Moving on over to the next objection. That silver is a waste of money. People will say,
you're wasting your money on silver. You're spending too much money on silver. It's my business what you do with your dollar bills.
The way I've always countered this objection was by pointing out that silver is actual money. Silver is real money, and so is gold, by the way. The silver and the gold, those are real, true, honest money. They're internationally recognized as money. They're constitutionally recognized as money. They're biblically recognized as money. They've been money for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So the way I see it, you can't waste your money on money. You can't even spend your money on money. So if silver is money, there's no way of wasting your money. You might waste your currency, but that's not what the argument was. The argument was that you're wasting your money. Plus, not to mention, with how important of a metal silver is, it's not just a precious metal, it's an industrial metal. Silver has over 10,000 different uses, 10,000 different jobs. Now, silver is not an investment, but I like to think of silver as an investor, a very well diversified investor, with its eggs in over 10,000 baskets. That's the way I've seen it for a very long time. That's the way I've seen it since the very beginning. And with silver having so many different uses, there's no way for it to ever go to zero. Now let's play devil's advocate. Let's say silver is a waste of money. Let's say we convert all of our dollar bills into silver, and it ends up being a waste. Not a waste of money, waste of currency. Let's say we do waste our currency on silver. What then? Going back to the previous devil's advocate response, if I wanted to go and max out all my credit cards and buy a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need, go acquire a whole bunch of nonsense, but I burn through all my currency, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't have any fiat to go ahead and waste if that's what I wanted to do. Plus, not to mention, there is one way that silver could go to zero. Silver could go to 0 USD. You want to know how that could happen? If the dollar bill were to become obsolete. If the US dollar were to become irrelevant, then the US dollar spot price would cease to exist, US dollar premiums would cease to exist, and we wouldn't be able to measure our silver and gold in US dollars. Not that we should be measuring it in US dollars, we should be measuring it in troy ounces, but we wouldn't even have the ability to measure it in US dollars. But even though we're playing devil's advocate here, we got to be fair. If silver ever went to 0 USD, everything else on the planet would also go to 0 USD. The dollar bill becoming obsolete wouldn't just affect the US dollar spot price of silver, it would affect the US dollar of every product and service on the planet. Moving on to the third and final silver stacking objection. Arguably the most important. Arguably the most risky. Arguably the most serious. Which is that stacking silver is a waste of time. Time. A fleeting asset. Finite. Something you cannot get back. If you waste your space, you can throw everything out. You can sell stuff. You can donate stuff to create more space for yourself. If you end up wasting your money, okay, go to work tomorrow and get some more. But if you waste your time, that is something that you can't do anything about. There is nothing in the world, nothing in the universe you or I or anyone else can do to recreate time. Once it's gone, it is gone forever. You can find a $5 bill on the ground, but you cannot find 5 minutes. You can buy yourself a watch, but you cannot buy yourself time. That's why I say that this objection is the most serious. Now, the way I've always countered this objection was by pointing out that by simply stacking silver, whether I'm just stopping by the local coin shop or placing an order online, it doesn't really take any time out of my day. I'm not really devoting a whole lot of time to the acquisition of silver and gold. I mean, for example, if I'm going to order online, a couple of clicks, and the order's been placed. A couple days later, it just shows up in the mailbox. That didn't take any time. If I drove on over to the coin shop, that takes literally the same exact amount of time it would take me to drive myself to the bank. Except, instead of talking to a banker, I'd be talking to a coin shop worker or the coin shop owner. I can trade my dollar bills for silver, or I can trade my silver for dollar bills. Just a mere little transaction. Similar to stopping by the ATM and using that little piece of plastic to be handed paper fiat currency dollar bills. Same amount of time. I don't hear anybody saying going to the bank or stopping by the ATM or using their debit card's a waste of time. But somehow, stacking silver is a waste of time when it doesn't take any time out of my day. In fact, the only thing related to stacking silver that I spend any amount of time on are the videos that I make. Think about it. All of my videos are pretty much 20 minutes long. Spending 20 minutes out of my 24 hours in a day having a conversation about something that I genuinely, thoroughly enjoy talking about is time well spent, in my opinion. That's the way I've always seen it. But let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say couple of years, couple of decades go by, 20, 30, 40 years go by. I still have all of my silver. I let those 20, 30, 40 years go by and I consistently, steadily continue to stack silver from start to finish. And in the end, it ended up being a waste of time. And what happened? What went wrong? Who did I bother? Who did I steal from? Who did I interfere with? Who did I hurt? 0 people. A grand total of no one. Not one person was harmed. In my silver stacking journey, years went by. Decades went by. Nobody was even fazed by me. In fact, pretty much no one even knew about the silver. So if the rest of our lives go by, and it turns out that we wasted our time stacking silver, that would just simply make us a group of people that minded our own business, bothered nobody, kept to ourselves, had a really wild ride of a journey, and incredibly interesting conversations along the way. If I ended up being wrong about everything that I've ever said, or everything that I've ever believed about the silver and the gold, at least in the end, I'll know that I was attempting something that, at the very least, stood a chance of working out. Unlike putting 100% of my faith and confidence into fiat, which was destined to fail from day one. That's how I see it. That's how I've always seen it. That's how I'll continue to see it. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your thoughts on everything that I shared in today's video? Also, friendly reminder, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. Do your own research, form your own opinions, make your own decisions based off of your conclusions, not mine. But the conclusion that I came to, based off of a couple of years of research and a couple of years of experience, is that silver's not a waste of space, a waste of money, or a waste of time, at least in my opinion. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic and wasting space, money, and time on the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I will be going live tonight around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout-outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my videos early and commercial-free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button like a Karen hits a bus window. Or you can hit the subscribe button like a Karen hits another Karen. Even if she lies and tells you her name isn't Karen.
My name is not Karen.
Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Bunch of brand new videos over there. One about gold, one about silver, one about the Suez Canal, one about the credit card crackdown, and one about the stock market tech stock sell-off we've been seeing over the last couple of weeks. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 3,000 subscribers. We just hit 2,000, and I appreciate it. Got a brand new video dropping tonight, so keep your eyes peeled. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. And, of course, the brand new Karen Free Zone t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, when it comes to the 3 main, and really the only 3, silver and gold stacking objections, what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Have you ever agreed? Maybe you were proven wrong. Maybe you didn't think that stacking silver was a very good idea for a little bit of time, and you've come around a little bit. Have you ever been told that silver is a waste of space? Have you ever been told that silver is a waste of money? Have you ever been told that silver is a waste of time? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. And what are your thoughts on me taking the devil's advocate approach to come to a rational, logical, unbiased conclusion about the silver and gold? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.